It's the beginning of the podcast. Hi, everybody. We're back.
Hi.
We got microphones.
We have mics.
Per your request, so you can hear our voices in HD now.
Yeah.
Loud and clear. We have mics. We have cameras. We have computers running.
Oh my gosh, it's like more complicated.
Every episode it gets more and more complicated. The tech behind it gets more and more intense.
I had to bust out my really nice tripod.
She did. It's very intense. It's something out of the Terminator.
Yeah.
It's very heavy and it's very thick and it's very sturdy, but it does the job. And I am wearing shorts. Sorry, you guys. I feel like every episode they get shorter and shorter. I have them. I know. It's sunny today, so I put shorts on, but you can't see them on camera, so it looks like I'm naked.
And well, you know, that's fine.
So Nicolette has a great story she was telling me about right before we started filming, and I said, I'm going to need you to stop so that we can hit record and you can retell this story on the pod.
Okay.
Also, welcome back to the Your Petty Friend podcast. I'm Kevin.
I'm Nicolette.
And here we go. Tell us your story.
So I was talking to someone. So I got I got hit up by someone who watched the episode who I haven't talked to since.
Which episode?
The 4th episode,
yeah.
Which is our best performing episode where
Killing
we
it.
talked about our dating lives. So I should have anticipated something like this could happen, but I was like, whatever, it's a good episode. We'll just post it and see what happens.
Yeah.
So someone I haven't spoken to this person since September, I think, was the last time I spoke to her.
4.5 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we went on 2 dates over the summer, wasn't feeling it. I could kind of tell she liked me more than I liked her, but it kind of fizzled out, and that was it. And we've talked on Instagram a few times, but nothing since, haven't hung out since. And she came across the episode, and I was under the impression that she wasn't watching my stories or whatever. So when she hit me up,
She ghosted.
She ghosted. Yeah. So when she hit me up, I was very kind of like, oh, what's this about? I didn't think it was about the podcast, but
right.
I should also mention that while we weren't hanging out anymore, she got engaged in the months.
So she's out of the dating pool.
Yeah.
She removed herself from the streets of Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. Okay, go on.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, interesting. So when she asked me, were you talking about me? I was yes, in a sense, because I thought that was very strange that I had been talking to her over the summer and we were going on dates and she got engaged 2 months later. I don't know anything about this person. Right. She never mentioned anything about it. That I figured she was seeing other people. I just didn't think she was 2 months from engagement type of thing. So I was just like, okay, fine, whatever. Didn't think anything of it. She watches the podcast and reaches out to me and asks me if I was talking about her. And I'm like, I mean, kind of, but not really. It was just my general...
But you were talking around her.
Around her, not specifically about her. Now we're talking specifically about her. So
yeah, she's going to watch this, and we are talking about you now, just so you know. We're not going to mince words. Don't be confused. This is about you.
Yeah. And then one of the things that she said was that, oh, you're really Hollywood. And it wasn't really...
Back when you were dating.
When we were dating.
When you were dating.
Yeah.
Go on.
So she said that, and I'm just like, whatever. She was someone studying to be in the medical field, so I didn't take offense to it. I understand that, working as an artist or in entertainment. Yeah. That's a very, sure, fine. You're also in LA.
Hollywood-ish.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt, but I don't find Nicolette to be very Hollywood.
Thank you. I don't think I am. No. I think I could be a lot worse. I feel like
what's funny is I think you're anti-Hollywood.
Yeah, I think so. I think the term being called oh, you're so Hollywood.
You're pretentious, you're fake, you're a ladder climber, you're a backstabber.
Right.
You will do anything to get wherever you need to go, which I don't think. You're very humble, and I would never describe you as Hollywood.
Thank you. I don't see myself that way.
Did.
Yeah, she did from her perspective. And again, she's a normal person. You know what I mean? I get it. But you're also dating in LA. So I was like, what did you expect? You know what I mean? Half the people here work in entertainment, or at least are trying.
I feel like everybody works in entertainment, really annoying, including me.
Because because we work in entertainment. But it's like there's other people that live in the city that don't work in the city.
No, true. Absolutely. There's other people that do other things, right?
Yeah. So anyway, didn't work out. I just thought it was, so I had that interaction this week. And,
so you got caught.
I got caught, yeah.
She got caught.
I got caught talking about someone. And I was just sort of like... Which
is so funny because I can't imagine anyone coming up to me or like reaching out to me and be like, did you talk about me?
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Except for the guy from Santa Clarita.
Yeah. So anyway,
I deserved like to be punched in the mouth for that one, but it's okay.
We're
past it.
We'll see if that comes back around in some way. That would be
funny.
Will.
Just the way that karma and the universe works, it's gonna find its way back to me.
I thought about this. You know what karma would be funny is if like you end up in Santa Clarita with your lovely husband.
I just don't see that happening.
I know. I feel like you'll do anything to not do that. But
my friend Sandra from high school, who just had her second kid, she FaceTimed me the other day. And she said, I laughed so hard when I saw that clip of Santa Clarita on your Instagram because I've heard this before from somebody else. And I said, these rumors are spreading. And they must be stopped.
I also thought about this. I'm pretty sure it's like a real estate tactic at this point, just to get people to buy.
This is propaganda.
Yeah.
This is real estate propaganda.
Real estate propaganda that they're trying to sell Santa Clarita into the next Calabasas.
You just need one Kardashian to move to Santa Clarita and it's game over for you, hoes.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, you got caught. Mine's on the way.
Yours is on the way. I feel like
mine's coming.
Yours will be a better story. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I went on a little bit of a TikTok rant about it because I was so thrown by it. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like, what just happened?
You start talking. She's setting up Nicolette setting up the cameras, and she's just telling the story. And I was like, I need you to just stop so that we can talk about this when we're like, so we can put this on record of what you've just went through because that's really funny.
Yeah, I need to like block things. I need to do some.
Yeah, maybe her.
That's what I meant.
But we want the views, so don't block her on YouTube or Spotify.
I don't know her YouTube IDs.
And we don't need to. We don't need to. That's the beauty of it.
This feels very Hollywood. I don't know.
It does. Okay. You've just become what you said. Just become
the worst thing.
That's okay. That's okay.
So funny. Anyway, so that was my.
What else is going on with you though this week?
I don't know. What am I doing this week? I'm studying to be a realtor myself.
Right. With your stacks and stacks and stacks of books.
Yes.
But keep in mind, real estate runs in Nicolette's family deeply. So I think that naturally makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And so it's not that I'm trying to change careers. It's just...
You're adding to it.
I'm adding to it. It's another like belt in my arsenal or whatever.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
You did.
Weapon. Okay. So
weapon in your arsenal.
Weapon in my arsenal. Yeah. Think about it in terms of more like long term, just having an extra... My dad has his real estate license.
Your mom does.
Well, my dad has, so every 4 years you're supposed to renew it. He never used it in the last 4 years, but he still renews it. It's just a nice thing to have. So.
Is it expensive to become a real estate agent?
No. With everything, it's going to cost me less than $400. It's just the studying.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's the studying and the passing of the test. And it's not like, it's just I haven't studied with a book like pen and paper in a long time.
Since I was in college.
Yeah, like the way I learn, it's based off like,
writing it down and sticking it in your brain.
Well, I mean like the stuff that I try to learn is really programs. So I'm like working in the computer. Yes. I like going off YouTube videos and like just, following instructions. Mimicking and like figuring out how to do things. Like when we were setting up these mics, like that's what I'm used to in terms of like how to learn. I haven't like opened a textbook and used a highlighter and like made notes and note cards since school.
Oh, that's so triggering.
And so I'm just like, this is wild. Like I can't remember the last time I was like studying like this. So, but a lot of it is like stuff that I already know and understand to some degree. I've just never had to take like a test for it. So, and it's good for me to know, and it's just a good thing for me
it's a good party trick to be like, I'm also
it's
always like real estate agent, notary,
Yeah.
That's the other one.
My sister's a notary.
Yeah, see?
So, you know,
with that thick ass book that you put your thumbprint in.
My sister takes care of the notaries. I'll take care of the real estate. My mom hates real estate. Like, she does mortgage loans. So part of the reason I'm doing this is so that if she does get someone who needs a realtor, she could still...
And a notary. And daughter 1 and 2.
Daughter 1 and 2. Yeah, exactly. So we're just part of my mom's... Her arsenal is basically what we're doing.
Look, you're not the first to do it.
Yeah.
But it's cool that you can do it, especially with your family.
Yeah. So I've been meaning to do it, and I'm finally getting around to it. So that's new.
Well, kudos.
I'm still trying to like interview and get jobs in design and all that, and yeah. So
you're gonna land something epic. I know. I just know.
I mean, I have one of the jobs I'm like I would like is like 20 hours a week and pays me a decent rate, and I would like that, like, because I have other like a part-time job that covers what I need it to cover, right. And then I still take on like other client work, but I just need one consistent thing. So I think and then there's other jobs where I'm like, it would be full-time and I would be embedded into the company, so
9 to 5 Monday through hopefully Friday, but probably sometimes weekends, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so whatever comes my way, I will adjust to that. And then I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Like, this is fun. This is fun to spend time on.
Yeah, we hang out so much now.
I know. It's like, I don't even talk to you during the week. I'm like, I'll just save it for the podcast.
Yeah, but it was funny because it was the opposite before, where we would talk to each other all the time during the week. Mm-hmm. And now it's just, we both know. So we film on Sundays. Mm-hmm. And so every Sunday... what time it's like the Saturday I get the text what time I come in tomorrow, mm-hmm. and then we just lash it all out here.
Yeah, I was looking at our text thread. It's all like just work related to this now.
Dropbox.
Like,
a lot of Dropbox links.
Dropbox links.
A lot of
feedback and forth.
Yeah,
and when nothing like personal. I'm just like, oh, it's like we're working together again. So that's fun.
Who was I talking? Oh, I was talking to Jake. We'll get into that in a second. He was saying one of his last jobs, he was working out of his boss's garage. And I was so triggered by that. I was like, that's not okay. That is like, you should never be doing that. Nobody should ever be doing that. Nicolette and I used to work in somebody's garage.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the music industry.
It was not okay. That was so nasty. Think about it.
I feel like that's so common in the music industry.
No, it shouldn't be. And if not, you should be working very hard, or the owner of whatever company that is should be working very hard to not be working in a garage.
Well, someone argued to me, I mean, the way we went about it, it was very weird at the time.
There was a lot of shuffling before I got there, and I landed in a fucking garage.
Yeah. We were in 2 offices before that, and then we ended up there. Yeah. Which, I don't know. Again...
Don't do that. To me, that's such a red flag.
Not how I would like, run my business.
Hollywood, working out of a garage.
I mean, I don't know.
And cheap.
It wasn't, though.
Her house?
Yeah.
Well, that had nothing to do with me.
Okay. I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what does her mortgage have anything to do with me working in her house?
But my point is that, like, people do that in other... I feel like it's so common to do that now because of, like... COVID and working remote and stuff like that. I feel like whenever I mention that, it doesn't seem so weird anymore.
I find it very odd.
Okay.
And I didn't find it odd back then, but looking back, I was like, holy shit, that was not okay.
I found it very odd back then because I was in like more
nicer
real estate. Well, yeah, we had like...
You went from, this is all before me. There was very nice offices.
Yeah.
And then I got the shit out of the stick with that whole situation.
I mean, you came in at that time, but we became friends.
Yeah, we became friends, and here we are. We're survivors.
Yeah.
So I've been talking to Jake.
Okay.
Yeah, and like in a good way.
Okay.
And I'm smiling because it makes me really happy.
Okay.
We went on a few dates. And then a lot of talking of just recapping of our first time dating, our second time dating, and then our lives after that. Yeah, but now we're talking.
Okay. I mean, you're smiling, so
I
I'm
know.
smiling.
I missed him so much. I really did.
I know.
And I know. Nicolette knows everything. We've spent a lot of time sitting on this couch just talking. Like, nothing more than that. And the other night, I finally had the courage to... He was leaving. It was like past midnight. Like, we were just sitting on this couch talking. That was it for hours. And then it was past midnight, and because we're old, it was time to go to bed. And so I hugged him goodbye, but when I hugged him, I like couldn't let go. I just like squeezed the shit out of him. And Jake he's like a muscle guy, so I had to squeeze hard to make an impression. To make him understand like what I was doing, and I just like couldn't let go. And then I kissed him.
Oh.
And it was the first time in a very long time that my brain and my body at the same time in agreement were like, this is right. This is how it should have been. And he went home. I went to sleep, and I woke up like the next morning very happy. We're going to continue that, and I'll see him. I'm seeing him later.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
It's worth the wait. And maybe he should come on here to talk about his own story, but I'm...
Give him some time.
Yeah, very happy with where this is going, and I'm very happy. I hung out with my mom. I went to go see my parents yesterday. And my mom was out in the backyard cutting the rose bushes.
Okay.
As I was talking to her. And I was standing there not helping. Telling her about Jake. And my mom is a huge Jake fan. Out of all my boyfriends, he's the only one that she's ever liked. And so she was like, okay. Like, all right, Kevin. You know how I feel about Jake. I was like, I know. I'm working on it. I won't fuck it up this time.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the newest development in my life.
I'm happy for you.
I know. Me too.
I like when you first mentioned him, I was kind of like, okay, be careful. But I feel
to be honest, it's more like he should be careful with me. The shit that I did. But,
Fair.
Michael's calling. Hold on. Hello?
Hey.
Hi. Okay. I'm in my apartment. Just buzz up.
Do you want me to go to the one next?
Yeah. Go to the main one by the leasing office, and then just buzz up, and I'll let you in. Yeah. All right. Look for my name, K. Okay. Bye. We have a special guest coming up.
Yeah.
Literally in the elevator right now.
That's going to be the next episode.
That'll be the next episode. But work has been fine.
Okay.
Work has been fine. It's getting busy. It will get busy. And hey, look, he went to Trader Joe's. It will get busy, but there's like a calm right now that I'm very happy with.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the benefit of not working so much has been I've been able to go to the gym and just work on other things. And so it's nice to not be busy, but I'm like itching to get busy again.
It's funny because I was very busy at the end of last year especially with work. And I struggle with, I don't know if I need to be this busy, but if I wasn't this busy, I don't know what I would do with myself. Because I'm so used to being that busy.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason why I picked up the real estate thing. It's like I have time.
Like you don't do well with idle hands, neither do I.
No.
I
have to have something.
Mental spiral.
Yeah, I have to do. Otherwise, I just end up like scrolling on Instagram and doing that
TikTok
all day. Yeah, and I'm trying to really like
reel it in.
Yeah.
Same.
This has helped because it's like I feel like if I'm watching back our stuff, it's like I'm critiquing myself and trying to get like looking back at tape. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm still giving into my internet addiction, but in a No more productive way, I guess.
Michael's here.
Hi.
Hi. Have a seat, buddy. I'll be with you next.
We have mics.
We have mics now.
Yeah.
Great.
And we're wearing matching shoes again. But everybody has these, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's it.
What were we talking about?
I have no
I
idea.
don't remember. Work.
Work is there.
Yeah.
It'll be there. It's waiting
It'll
for you
always
the
be
second you
there.
feel like stepping back in or want to jump back in or get to jump back in.
Yeah. You know, we'll see. Last year I got a lot of really good interviews. So I think if there was anything about
It's gonna
last
happen.
year, the interviews that I got were pretty good.
I worked with so many graphic designers, and you and I worked. So we worked for so long together and I've been around your work and I've seen your work, and your work to date is the best in comparison to other designers. And I worked with graphic designers at work through different jobs at work.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm impressed and sometimes I'm not. But you always seem to deliver.
I mean,
Because I've thrown her projects at work, very random projects. And you've always,
I like those.
They're so, like, they make no fucking sense. But it's like, I don't know. I can't, if I were to ask somebody else, it would be such a pain in the ass because you have to go through all of these, like, NDAs and contracts and yada, 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 where I'm just like, hey, Nicolette.
What's funny about those projects is that they usually take me like less than an hour, and then you pay me pretty well.
Yeah.
So
She gets paid well for those.
I always appreciate those. No, I think it's been nice to some degree. I think part of it has been my own. Like, I've been trying, obviously. Like, it's been difficult, but I've also enjoyed having a break. I think I was getting really, really burned out on it. So I think part of it is, like, I actually miss it. As for before, I was like, it sucks getting into an industry that you really, really wanted to go into for, like, love, and then it stops feeling like that. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I kind of lost love for it, and I just feel like I have it back again. So.
I go in and out of that. I loved my job at the end of last year. I ended last year on a high, and I'm still kind of on that high now.
Yeah.
But looking into the future, I don't know if what I do is exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I look around at the people that I work with, and they either really love what we do, or they hide it really well that they don't, but they do it really well. And I would love to figure out what that is that I love to do.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll figure it out at some point.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Everyone says this year is going to be a year of change, but they say that every year. But I feel like for me, it's time to make some kind of substantial difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. New hoodies this year.
Oh, yeah.
That's happening, but at the end of this year. Because I do want to make hoodies, but the thing with global warming, summer goes on forever, like 9 months here. So hoodies aren't that practical. But I think this year I'll do the t-shirt first maybe, and then the hoodie.
I was thinking maybe like tanks.
Everybody wants fucking tank tops.
Yeah, for summer.
I know.
And it's hot, so people might use that more. And
I
I think I can just see someone like at the gym wearing that, which would be funny.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but I don't know.
My old coworker Lori, she commented on like one of the Husky Instagram posts, and she was like, I still wear my black one and people laugh at it all the time. I was like, love it.
Yeah.
That's what they're for. And I'm actually wearing my own merch today for once. Well, I'm wearing this often.
I wear it all the time.
I know. It's just I love to wear the hoodies, but it's like hot during the day and cold at night now.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I wore it, it's like when I go to the beach, because the beach is cold right now.
I was at the beach last week with Michael. It was freezing.
Yeah.
Like the sand was cold. I've never experienced that before.
Well, I'm like going surfing regularly, and I'm trying to.
Do you have a wetsuit? Does that keep you warm?
I probably need a thicker one. I don't last very long. I last for maybe like 25 minutes, and then I have to get out of the water.
And then you stop, or you like take a break and go back in?
No, I go home. It was just like, I'm tired, because it takes a lot out of you when you're in cold water. It drains you if you're not like that comfortable with it. But there's other people who have such a high tolerance that even in winter, even in winter, they can like go into the water without a wetsuit. So I think I need the guy that runs it, he let me borrow his wetsuit, and it was definitely in the beginning of last year, and that one was thicker and it was nicer, but mine isn't as thick and nice, so I have to
Invest in one.
I don't want to, no, not yet. I'm like, it's like a.
You want this to be like Blue Crush, like tiny little bikini. You know,
I'm trying
surfboard,
to-
and you're just like out with like your hair's gonna be blonde. You're gonna be really tan. You're gonna be out there just like wet hair.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. No, I'm debating on what to do with my hair, but I do like that, like the blondness from like the salt and the sun. I like that, so I might lean more into the blonde a little bit this year.
I've never been so deep in a mental spiral as a gay man living in LA that I bleach my hair. I haven't done that yet. And
that's a
every
good
time I
sign.
ask, every time I think about it, my barber goes, absolutely not.
I mean, it's a pretty. It's
Michael
a
shaking his head no.
Have you
I
done
think
that?
I would look bad with it.
I don't think you would look good with it.
Yeah. What I would
agree
love
with
to
that.
do is to have chunky blonde highlights like a chonga.
I could see that.
Yeah. And like black lip liner and a like Dickies and a flannel. That's how I would do
Well,
it.
you have like this like thing. It's like.
Oh, I
lighter-
have a white stripe.
Yeah, you have a
Yeah.
white stripe. I
Mhm.
think that's cool.
It's weird because it's like a rectangle.
Yeah.
And I hide it with how I style my hair. And I'm going through a crisis with my hair right now because it's grown in, but I don't know what to do with it. And yesterday I styled it and I look like Beavis and Butthead.
Okay. I not.
I like
did
walked by a
that.
mirror and I was like,
I'm having some issues with my hair. It's like I have this weird spot right here that is, I don't know. It gives me a weird looking hairline, so I'm trying to fix that. But I don't know.
you barely
what I'm
notice
doing.
it.
I
barely
notice it.
No,
I think
know.
I only pointed it out, and most people are like, "Oh yeah, I see what you mean now." But it's like it bothers me because it wasn't always this bad, and I think it was just because I was like threading my face, and they take out all of your baby hairs, and it's just like,
That doesn't seem
yeah,
like a good idea.
yeah. So I think I think the last time they threaded my face, they fucked it up basically. So I have to fix it now.
The last time I was threaded, this was 12, 13 years ago, I got my eyebrows threaded and they went missing. And I've never had anybody touch my eyebrows again. I pluck, I trim my own eyebrows. I had fierce female drag queen out of drag eyebrows.
Yeah, that's a
And my
bit too
mom was
aggressive for you.
pissed. My mom was so mad. And I just remember, like, you know, it's like when you, like how white your scalp is
Mm-hmm.
if you pluck out a hair, but like on your face.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could literally see that there was hair that was missing because the skin was so white.
I mean, some people like that look. Not for you though, I don't think.
No, I don't think that's the move for me.
But yeah, my hair's been a bit of a struggle. So
You
I don't
want to
know.
grow it out. You talked about this last
Yeah,
week.
I want to grow
Long,
it out.
luscious locks. I'm into it. I love a Latin woman with brown hair. Long brown hair. Oh, it's my favorite.
And that's why I'm like, I'm going back and forth. Should I just darken it and make it like more even again? Because right now it's a bit of like blonde highlights and old highlights and my actual hair. So I have to figure out what I
Just
actually
go
want to do with
platinum.
it.
Start rubbing lemons in your head.
No, I don't want to go platinum either. That's not the
Like
look
Playboy.
for me.
White.
White, yeah.
And then
white,
move to Orange
white hair.
Implants.
That's what I think about, yeah.
Implants, tummy tuck, BBL.
That's
Go
what
for
I.
it.
That's what I think about. It's like, oh, I'm just. Every time I get like too blonde, I'm like, I just feel very Orange County. I don't know if I can. And I feel like
You're
a
going
lot
back
of
to the
people.
roots. You're going back to your roots.
I feel like a lot of people respond more better to when I have dark hair, but I do like it when it's light in the summer.
A deep, shiny, brown shade on Latin women, I love it. It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Like our friend Liz, Michael, she has such pretty hair, and I'm always like, that's the ideal image in my head, like Salma Hayek, like that. Like when it's
Yeah.
just like a little wavy but long and full.
Yeah, my hair's not that full, but we'll see. We'll figure it out.
We'll get there.
I'm trying a couple different things, couple different methods to see. I don't like what it is right now, but
We fix it.
I'm playing around with things.
Throw some money at
fix
it.
Yeah. When I get money, I'll get it. I'll put some money on it. But yeah, I think that's a good place.
Yeah.
We talked about a couple things.
God, I felt like it went on forever.
It did.
Did it?
No.
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 People like longer episodes, so we need to work on that.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else do you want to talk about?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, good.
I think we covered it.
We have Michael here anyway.
Michael's here eating.
Yeah.
So if you hear somebody chomping their fucking lips, it's him.
So
then we'll
look
catch
at
you
his-
next time.
Yeah.
So Nicolette, I think, is going to be more of a co-host. Surprise co-star. Surprise.
Yeah.
I know she wants to take more of a back seat.
Yeah.
On behind the scenes, which is totally fine. I respect that.
I
But you'll have
just
to
don't
jump
feel.
in.
Yeah, I don't feel like I need to be in like every episode. But
Or maybe you do. The audience loves you.
okay.
Our one viewer.
Our one. I was gonna say, like who?
Yeah.
Somehow the episode.
Jake.
Yeah,
Jake loves
exactly.
you.
Oh, I adore him too.
Yeah.
So I just.
Well, you guys will be meeting soon, obviously.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. He wants to meet with he loves my family. He wants to have dinner with Natalie, who is his favorite because she's the meanest out of all of us.
Okay. I'm looking forward to all of that.
That'll be good.
I'm happy about all of that.
Same.
So
then we will catch you next time.
Yeah.
Michael's up next. And then, yeah. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
So what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about us.